Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Hopefully you're having a good day, or you had a good day. So if you watched the last video, I told you I found the issue with the CRV, got that taken care of, but the one thing I didn't figure out yet was the valve lash. And somebody had actually sent me a message on Instagram shortly after I think the last video went up, when I said even though I've made my adjustments, it's still ticky. So I didn't think about it. I've seen it before too, but I just didn't think about it. The distributor, the little metal thing, I don't know what it's called, but the part that goes into the cam, yeah, that's loose. Let me show you. I just took it apart. This little guy, that's pretty loose, so I'm pretty sure that's what I'm hearing inside of here. So I'm gonna tell the guy, try swapping distributors, and if that fixes the noise, then we know for sure that was it. But I mean, there's no other way it could still be the valve lash. There's absolutely no way it's that loose. But this sounds exactly like what I'm hearing inside of here. So I think that's pretty good. Pretty stoked on finding that. I gotta remember which way this is oriented now. Should have been like that. But yeah, that's a lot of play in there. So hopefully all is well from there. But yeah, so the guy's gonna be picking this up this weekend. The car is just sitting up here, so I have space in the yard deck. But today, one thing I'm going to do is run up to Shoppers really quick, because I need to get the freaking hardware for my stupid splitter, because the bolts keep, or not my splitter rods, because the bolts keep like vibrating off. So and then later today we're gonna go down to Bravis's house, aka Deadbeat Garage, and I have a bumper bar for Braven's Integra that I want to try out, and if it fits, I'm gonna let them have it, and then I'm gonna start producing them, because I made one on my car. I didn't film it because at least I don't think I filmed it, I don't remember, but I didn't film it because it just, to me, it was just a quick, like, I'm bored, I want to do something this afternoon type thing. So I made it work. It got a lot of attention on my Instagram and stuff. People started wanting them. I had a bunch of people messaging me for one, but I wanted to find a DA that's as close to stock as possible, that I could test it on, that's local, so that way I could confirm like that it fits. Because as far as I know right now, the only thing that I have to keep a close eye on when I'm making them is the actual freaking bar itself. It has to be angled a certain way. But other than that, my mounting points and my support legs and stuff, it should tuck into the bumper nicely. But I just wanted to be able to make sure that it fits like the stock bumper, because I use the bumper quick release little rubber band thingies, and my bumper and fenders are all kind of weird, and none of them fit like normal. So my bar fits super good on both 90, 91, 92, 93 bumpers. So but obviously my car may be different than other people's, so I wanted to make sure that that was not going to be an issue. And so yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go to Bravis's house, try that on. Unfortunately, that's not until later this afternoon, and it's quite the drive, so hopefully it's worthwhile. So I decided to come out here. I'm gonna do a quick visual check, or a couple of small visual checks on this turbo quick, to see if I can see anything. I already pulled the little intake tube off of it. There is a little bit of oil on the intake side of it, but there's always kind of been a little bit of oil in there, up in here. So a little bit in there, but I think it's gonna have some regardless, because this is PCV routed right there, so from tube to there, and then PCV valve back here. And I know it's not, I don't know, I really hope it's not the motor. That wouldn't make sense to me if it is the motor, is this thing just turned 102,000 miles, and it's a Miata motor. You see dudes running like FMU setups on clapped out Miatas with like 250,000 miles, banging the rev limiter for hours on end, and they don't blow their motors. I mean, granted, this wouldn't mean it's blown, but you know, if my valve seals were bad, that'd be pretty crappy. So I'm gonna pull the downpipe off really quick, or at least unbolt it, and then I'm gonna check in there and see if there's oil in there. There's oil in there. I think I'm pretty sure like that it is the turbo, but if it's dry, then I'll pull the manifold itself off, and then hopefully it's dry in there on the valves. But I do need to get a leak down tester really to know for sure, but it never ever does it on startup. I'm sorry if I'm a little shadowed. It never ever does the smoke on startup, so that's what's making me think it's the turbo. Because my Del Sol, when I very first boosted that thing running that rebuilt Garrett turbo, it smoked like this as well. It didn't smoke on acceleration, it didn't smoke on startup. Actually no, the Del Sol did smoke on startup a little bit, because that turbo was really bad, but it only smoked on decel like that. So it's not even after a pull, it's just usually after the turbo's been warmed up for a while, driving around, it does it. So let's pull some stuff off. So I don't see any like wet spots in the downpipe really. So I'm gonna pull the manifold really quick just off the head and then try and get in there with a flashlight and see if anything's wet, but yeah, I don't know. The exhaust definitely smells really, really strongly of oil though, so it's definitely something to do on the exhaust side of things, whether it be an exhaust valve or whether it be the turbo itself. So, yeah, I didn't see anything outright wet in there. The only one that's in question is cylinder 4, but I think it's because where the engine is sitting right now, cylinder 4 is open, so the valves are all the way down and it's just a little bit cleaner on top. But the rest of the valves, even the rest of the valves that I can see on cylinder 4, they're all ghost white, how they should be. So, right. I don't know what that means. I think at this point it means that I have to do a leak down test, but kind of still leaning towards the turbo at this point. But I think the leak down test is necessary. So that'll probably have to be another day. I don't have the tool for it. I'm probably gonna have to go buy one, and I don't want to spend the money right now. So might just have to deal with it for a little bit, stay off decel. I got the car put back together, and like I said, I didn't notice anything outright wrong. So I'm really hoping and thinking it's just the turbo. I mean, obviously I don't want anything wrong with it, but I'd rather it be the turbo than anything because that's easy and cheap to replace. So got the bar loaded up, somehow fit in here, really snug fit, but nonetheless it fit. So let's head over to Bravis' house. You know, it's only 35 miles away, but it's gonna take probably an hour to get there. That's just how it is out here. Kind of sucks. I'm sure you California guys understand, because half of y'all moved out here and that's why it takes so long. Hope I don't smack nothing important. What's happening? It's kind of
Is that a grinding post or a?
yeah.
You can.
Yeah. Do you have where's your bumper at? Is it up front or rear?
That's a front. I haven't made the rears yet. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't see what happened to your camera though. I didn't see that video.
Nothing.
Really? It just stopped working one day?
Yeah. I was zooming in and zooming back out, and my lens like
Just AWOL.
yeah.
Yeah, these plates are hand cut and hand drilled, so I mean they should line up because I hogged the holes out quite a bit. But it's always just my biggest worry. It's like somebody's chassis might just have a tweaked frame rail just a little bit and that bolt won't sit right.
Yeah.
I mean, looks like it fits so far.
So far.
Gotta try the bumper on.
Yeah. Because the main thing that makes it not fit, I found out, is like you see how the bar is almost even, like all the way across, like at a 0 degree plane. I found if I rotate it up even just a slice, it'll dig into the bumper. So I have to either angle it down within 2 degrees or keep it like at a 0 degree plane. So it's a snug fit where I want it to sit, but where it sits is just like perfect right between the bumper liner and the turn signal. Easily confused. So it tucks right in above the turn signal there.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it looks like you'll get
It's a nice snug fit.
snug fit.
Yeah, it'll kind of just like lock itself in place.
Yeah. Just got it. As soon as we get the fender on there.
So Braven got this thing all hooked up and lined up for me, and it fits. So yeah, Merry Christmas, you can have this one. But yeah, I got the confirmation I needed, so yeah, that's good. And then, yeah, just so you guys can see, you don't need these bolts here anymore because it's not mounted to, but
It's actually stiff. I was
yeah,
like surprised.
it doesn't go
I was
nowhere.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so it tucks in there nice, right behind that little molding piece. But yeah, well, that means I can start putting these into production then. Sweet. Thank you guys.
Hey, more room for an intercooler.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was
exactly.
thinking. I was looking down here and I was just like, oh, There's a lot of room for intercooler now.
Yeah, I mean, if people kind of gave me, yeah, shoot. Once DJ, if he even watches this, if he gets his K-swap going whenever Brian finishes the wiring, and then I was gonna use his CRX to make it because it should be the same, right? His is ED8 chassis.
No, they're a little different.
DAs are better.
Raven seemed really stoked on the bar. I had to come home last night because I had a guy come check out the Miata, or a kid. He was really excited on it, so hopefully his parents let him buy it. You know, just kind of having to deal with that. But yeah, hopefully if life goes smoothly for me, or well, it'll sell today. But something not so smoothly happened last night because I developed, I'm sitting over the stain right now, but I developed quite the power steering leak. Spent like 3 hours last night hunting it down, chasing, cleaning, spraying, UV lighting, which by the way, that's a good trick. You put a little bit of a refrigerant like UV dye, say in your power steering fluid reservoir, just a little bit like cap full, go driving around the block. You'll find your leak pretty quick. So I traced it back to this little hose, and I know you guys can't see it, but there's cracks all up in here, like old stress cracks, and this thing's rock solid. So I just ran up to O'Reilly's. It's the low pressure return line, so it just uses like normal crappy spring clamps on the end. I don't know if this is the right hose. This is like 11/32. The other hose does not have a diameter on it, but I think maybe I could heat this up a little bit, use the heat gun or something, soften up, and stretch it on over. So super easy to do. It's a little tight fit. It's just right down here behind or underneath that radiator hose, but I'm gonna just clean it, degrease all the extra crap off so I can keep it clean, and see if it starts to leak again. But hopefully that piece works. If not, just got back from the dealership and I'm kind of butthurt on how much these two hoses cost. Mostly this big one, but it was $58 after tax for just these two power steering lines. But you know, it is what it is. Nobody else carries them, and at least it's OEM stuff, so it's quality. But yeah, so I'll try and get this done. But this top one, the big one, is literally just from right here to right here, just these two little clamps, and then the other guy goes and follows the contour of this radiator hose right here. So let's swap them out real quick and get this thing put back together. Oh, it's making such a mess. That was extremely messy. So good thing I got lots of purple power and a garden hose, because it's gonna need it. That took longer than ever should have been, but the hoses are replaced. You can see everything down here is drenched now, so I'm gonna go ahead and just douse this all in degreaser and hose it out real quick, and then I can bleed the system while it's up, make sure there's no leaks, and then I can go ahead and put the under tray back on. Finally got that Miata finished up and bled, and it seems to be solid, no leaks as of this moment. If I know for sure I actually want to drive it, but I moved it out of the way, and now we're in the Integra. We're finally heading to Dojo. So let's get over there and let's get this stupid freaking Speedo working. I'm hungry. Had to stop for a quick bite to eat. We're almost to Dojo. We're right up the street, so.
Might be still on with this.
Okay. Why do Tesla owners always gotta flex so hard on everybody? This guy just drove by. It was one of the Tesla SUVs, and it was wrapped like a really gnarly, like neon green, and it was very I don't want to say flamboyant, but like another word for very like out there. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I've been here for like a solid 15 minutes now, and it looks like we're finally freaking moving. This dude literally had to order the whole damn restaurant. Like, oh, it sounds like he's yelling at somebody. I don't know. Whatever.
807.
All right.
Yeah, brother. Way over there.
Yeah, my bad.
Any ketchup or anything?
Just ketchup, please. Was that guy yelling at you guys?
Yeah, because I thought I grabbed his Whopper.
Oh, wow.
You're going out to eat, man. If you're afraid, why are you going out to eat?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all good. You have a good one.
You too. Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard that, but the guy in front of me, the reason it took so damn long is because that guy at the window grabbed a Whopper, I guess,
And the other guy in front of me thought it was his sandwich, so the guy was like freaking out. And it's like, if you're scared of the virus, don't go out to eat. I'm not scared of this stuff. Like, yes, I know it's real and all that stuff, and I'm not gonna get into all that, but the whole mask thing, stupid, useless bullcrap. The whole scared people everywhere going out, like the media hyping this whole crap up, absolutely ignorant. So if you're gonna treat a social worker or whatever you want to call them, like fast food people, store people, you want to treat them like crap because you're scared and you think that them doing their job is affecting you in one way or another. Don't go out. You're just gonna be a piece of garbage like that guy in front of me was apparently.
Watch a video on these dudes. It said they lucked out. They poured a bunch of oil in here and then they were able to get it to squeeze up.
Oh, is it the old bearing?
This is the input bearing. I'm just trying to get to the seal behind it. Yoinked out.
Arizona's not really the area for seals, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to be
more
good
of
about
a mountain lion area.
I mean,
I don't think we have much
who'd win in a fight?
oceanic life, aquatic life. I don't know what the word is.
Oh shit. Here we go.
We got this stuff though. It says Doge. I had to open it to make sure it was what it was. So I just wanted to let you guys in on what we got here. So Max Peating Rods, I'm sure you've heard of them, a lot of people. They work with a lot of people, which is pretty awesome. But they hit me up. Unfortunately, it was right after I bought their turbo the last time for the Miata. So they were like, oh, you need something? We can send you something, make a video on it. Of course, I didn't need something then. So they hit me up again, and I still didn't need something until yesterday or the last couple days when I found out my turbo was going bad. And they had already sent me this, so kind of one thing at a time type deal. So at least they gave me a discount code for that, so I paid half off of their race turbo, which is pretty dope. I'm excited to get it. But in this case, this is still gonna be very helpful, because if you guys are in on the secret, which isn't so secretive anymore, Doge is doing a K-swap in his nice car, the EK. So he needs, obviously, some power adders. So this is actually, we'll just unbox it because that's what this is. This whole segment is for. So let's unbox it and show you what Doge got. Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Crisis.
Kills me anytime Andrew does that. Oh, nice marking on that. So the 70mm throttle body. It's going to go onto the TSX. So I've got a K24A coming from HMO. Should be about 3 weeks. I'm stoked. This is gonna adapt the throttle body. So it's come with drive-by-wire throttle bodies, a whole bunch of stuff I'm learning about the K-swap, so I'm sure a bunch of you guys are already well aware. So we'll be doing cable instead of drive-by-wire. So to help adapt it, we can go with an upgraded, instead of like an Accord, it's only like a 63mm I want to say. This is full 70, it's actually a little bit bigger than the TSX Accord.
Yeah. Are you gonna port match the manifold like I did?
I'm tempted, yeah.
I mean, may as well, because otherwise that's not gonna be of much use.
Exactly, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a block on there, so. Yeah, and it'll be easy to do when I've got the engine on a stand. You know, I can just rip the manifold right off.
Yeah, and I like the K-Series manifolds, because the B-Series always get the paper gaskets crap on there. Yeah. And then like the K-Series just go on so much easier. You have access to all the bolts and stuff. That's
nice. So I got 3 of those. I ordered actually it's here, it's in the other room. Got a hybrid adapter for this to be able to fit on, so.
Diddy like a ditty.
Oh. So that feels nice.
Does it feel sticky at all?
No, it doesn't.
Let it slap shut, see how that feels. That's gonna.
You can hear just the tiniest bit, but
yeah,
maybe something that'll wear in.
Yeah, because I mean that's how even my K-tuned one was at first. With
you'd be
are
set.
these your map ports and stuff?
I think so. So there's the IACV, excuse me.
Oh yeah, on the bottom.
IACV on the bottom. You got a TPS port here. My game plan is to go cheap for right now. I'm trying to spend smart money, but I don't know. TPS is a TPS. They've been doing them for decades.
The cutie. That's the way to go.
Yeah, I'm. You're gonna punch me. I'm gonna go cheap. I'm just gonna grab one off Rock Auto, probably like an S&P brand or something. This is legit. I had a Blocks one on that B series, and that one was good when I first got it.
Yeah.
And it got sticky.
Yeah.
And then it would as the temperature changed on the cars, it warmed up. They'd expand at different rates, so the car would be warm, and then it would start to get that sticky throttle, high idle, a whole bunch of crap.
Well, this one so far seems to be pretty good quality, but if you guys want to get one of these for yourself, if you guys need anything like coilovers, shifters, because they also do the billet shifters like the one that I have in my car and all that stuff, hit the description and check out the link, and I even got a discount code for you guys. It'll be down there in the description.
Ooh. Sweet. Nice. Fancy hardware. Okay, so I got the cluster out. I had to weasel it out without taking the bezel apart because my aftermarket gauge has been giving me a handful. So basically, all Doge is doing is he's finding the wire that he spliced the last time for the signal to the tack signal from the thing to the cluster, and he's trying to send it to the ECU because then the ECU on K-Tuner, which is what I run, has an output to go from the ECU to the cluster. So, simple in terms, I guess, but we'll see just how simple it is.
Just gonna leave all these zip ties in here.
The surgeon.
Yeah, I'm trying to be mindful of the wires here. Usually just mush these guys and you're okay.
So we're going through right now trying to find the wire, and we actually found it. My harness is so, I don't want to say, different, I guess, than what you guys may have done because mine's custom. A lot of the time nowadays you can buy a conversion harness. Mine, that wasn't an option back then. So what we've done is we kind of cheated and went off the VSS signal wire on the actual plug, and we kind of went through some diagrams online and found what we thought was the right one, and just ran the wire all the way around to test for continuity, and we got what we needed. So for me, it is the gray plug pin A18, but we got what we needed. So we're just gonna tee off because we were trying to do it to go from the ECU to the cluster, right?
Yeah, there's with the K-Tuner setup, there's a VSS output that it has on one of the pins. We don't actually have an OBD2 pin to plug into the harness that we can use.
Yeah, that's what it was, because I have an open spot on the connector,
Yeah.
but we don't have the right pin for it.
Yeah, if you've got like a junkyard harness and you have a wire coming out there, you can pretty much tap into that and send it to your cluster, and that should work fine. Again, you'll have to go into K-Tuner and determine what VSS style you have.
Yeah.
Figure out which one, you know, if it's the high pulse or low pulse style. But yeah, basically we needed a pin, we didn't have it, so we're just gonna go ahead and, like Chris said, we're gonna tee into the VSS signal that's going to the ECU and send it on up to the cluster, and it should work all the same.
Theoretically, I mean, that's what Mark from Honda Street Garage said to do, and I think Dana also from Young Static. I think they both recommended that. That's also an option for me to do. So that's what we're opting for, and hopefully it works. All right, so it's all wired in. So I'm gonna spin this right up the street real quick and really, really cross some fingers that this works.
I'll be crossing too.
This driveway is so brutal. It's literally like rolling off of a cliff. Oof. Oh, you guys almost fell. Saved it. It works! Well, it might be a little bit fast, because, I mean, shows we're doing about 21 right now. Oh wait, I got my phone GPS thingy. Duh, technology. Except this probably wasn't the street to do it on, because this is just a cul-de-sac. Let me, okay, speed up. No, this is pretty much dead on. GPS shows we're doing 22 just now, and Speedo showed about 22, so it works! We got a Speedo! It's about time. Oh, I guess we can park here so we're not in the driveway. So I'm stoked. Thank you again so much for Doge for sticking it out, helping me wire in the cluster, help me come back, what is this, 2 weeks later, and get this all sorted out. Really appreciate people like him that are always down to help and just have the knowledge. So I'm gonna end this video off here, guys. So I am gonna head home, get warm, because I am freezing right now. I always forget to bring my stupid jacket to stuff like this, and of course, this car has no heat, so you know how it goes. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully we can get this thing torn apart soon. I'm just really
about getting this card ripped apart to swap out this harness and stuff. But yeah, anyways guys, if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to help support the channel, go pick up a shirt or some stickers or sign up for the Patreon, which is all in the description as well. And if you guys want to help, and if you guys are new to the channel, hopefully you consider subscribing and do what you love. Forget about the rest. See you in the next one. Peace out.